What's up, fam? You know I'm rocking with LaRon on Skrapitout-Boxing. We're gonna get to talking about Devin Haney today. Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney, he got a lot of interesting things going on right now. You know, he got the Keyshawn fight that's supposed to be ordered. You know, Keyshawn is mandatory at 147. He got the Shakur Stevenson situation. They've been talking here and there for years about, you know, them two linking up and getting the match. And it been talks about, Shakur saying he'll see him at 144. Them type of talks going in the air. Many people want to see Devin Haney at this moment. Devin Haney is a guy that right now have so much potential in having a lot of eyes on him right now. Devin Haney right now is one of the guys right now. You know, Devin Haney been one of them guys that been dominant in the boxing game, basically ever since he came in. But right now, his name is like most talked about through his whole career at this moment. Devin Haney at a 147-pound welterweight champion. Everybody want to see him. Now, the Keyshawn Davis fight, you know, that been mandatory. That been ordered mandatory. So, if it's ordered mandatory, either you're gonna take on your mandatory or you're gonna find somebody else to fight. I've been hearing Tank name here and there, you know? Hearing Shakur, Keyshawn, Tank, them three big major names and everything, you know? And them names that basically been called out to Haney right now at this moment. Haney, right now, for Haney, sky's the limit. You know, what I see right now, sky's the limit. Haney has so many opportunities and ways he can turn. You have some people wondering, is he going to take this Keyshawn fight? If he don't take the Keyshawn fight, that would more likely mean he'll be giving up that welterweight belt because it's been ordered. It's a mandatory fight. You know? So if he don't find a good formidable opponent, you know, his best option right now is what they ordered. Keyshawn Davis. That's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. You know? It's been going on like 4 or 5 years now. Been talks. Keyshawn, we have Shakur, even Tank. You know, they're having these talks about fighting Haney for years. They had the Garcia talk, you know, for a while, you know, and it happened. Rolly was even speaking about Haney some years ago. It never happened. About like 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago, it was Haney. It was talks of Gary Russell and Haney fighting. When Gary Russell was thunderous, when he was the champ, you know what I'm saying? When he was the champ at 126, Gary Russell fast as lightning, boy, quick as ever. But it was even talks then, back then, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Gary Russell and Haney fight. It never fell through. And what I'm starting to see is a pattern, like with the Haney situation and the opponents he's supposed to be fighting. It'd be a lot of this talk, speculative talk, like he may fight this person, he may fight that person. It's like it'd be a lot of unsure talks going on when it comes to Haney. Like, you know, there's a lot of that going on a lot right now in boxing. You hear people calling this person out, calling that person out. You maybe hear people maybe saying this match gonna happen, that match gonna happen, but the matches don't happen. They've been getting too many of those basically political talks and everything until we get the real deal, until we get the real fight. And there've been a lot of these talks swarming around with Haney. Is this guy gonna fight Haney? Is that guy gonna fight Haney? Is Haney gonna fight this guy or that guy? And a lot of this is about, you know, a lot of this comes about because everybody had their favorite boxers. You know, you got all different types of fans, and then you have the boxers themselves. A lot of these boxers, they do be wanting to fight each other. I believe a lot of these boxers do want to fight each other. They ain't scared. Not like that. Just a lot of time mugs be scared to let their old go. But far as just fighting each other, mugs fight every day, so they really ain't scared so much to fight each other. They be more scared of what happens after losing that fight. You know, they stock gonna fall or whatever. That's a lot of times these guys be worried about. And sometimes it be embarrassment. Sometimes people don't want to be embarrassed, you know. So they maybe see a guy they kind of unsure with, you know, second guessing themselves a little bit. They say, yo, I maybe catch this guy later. I got options right now to fight this other guy. But, you know, that works. That has the, you know what I'm saying? Everything has its place. But you only go so far with, if you're a top guy and you dodging top fighters, sooner or later people going to check that out and peep what you're doing. Because now, all you're doing now, people will call you a cherry picker. Especially if you're picking guys that's not even on your level at all. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some dudes that's some type of competition that's going to be out there fighting, you know? And you have a lot of these guys out here, some of them with the smoke, some of them ain't with the smoke. But the problem is when you have some top guys that's at the top, you know, they maybe got there lucky or certain routes or some type of good fortune how they got there, right? A lot of times because of their skills. Okay, they happen to win the fight, you know what I'm saying, get the belt, whatever, a name. Then you got a few other names out there, you know. It's risky matches, you know what I'm saying. A lot of times them dudes won't even entertain the talk. They get to the point, some of these guys that's at the top don't really want to fight other top guys. You even have their fans. You got guys, a lot of these boxer dudes, fans, they don't even want a lot of their top best fighters to fight the best. It'd be like, this guy, I like this guy. You know, I think he's the best fighter. This is my guy. And then somebody say, yo, get him in the ring with him or him. No, not him. But you just say he's the best guy. It's a difference from somebody actually being the best guy than the guy you like the best. You know? That happens a lot. It'd be a lot of guys that you know what I'm saying? I like this guy better. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a fan of this guy, his fighting style, but this other guy is better. Sometimes that happens. And then when that happens, you have some fans get like delusional because they what you say, I guess, so in love with the boxer that they really like and everything, to the point they avoid all reality. They start going into illusions and lies. You know, it could be a guy sometimes. A fan like this guy better than the rest of the boxers, right? And then when the boxer come to fight some tough competition, he ducks and he duck top competition. The first thing that boxer fan say, oh man, he don't have to see him, he don't have to see that. And then a lot of times they repeat back what the boxer have said. They listen to the boxer say, okay, the guy ain't on my level, or he ain't on my radar, or whatever. Sometimes that actually be the truth. And a lot of times, don't be the truth. And some of the fans, they're buying to the hype. If it's a boxer they like, yo, I don't want to fight this dude, you know. His style, my style won't make a good fight or whatever. Next thing you know, you hear their fans backing them up. Man, that gonna be a good fight, just like he said, boom, boom, boom. And then you maybe have other fans, they want to see the fight. You know, I'm not so much, you got some fighters that's fans of the fighters, but they're more fans of just the boxing experience itself, just watching the matches. You got some people that's real boxing fans, you know, into techniques, moves, and everything, you know, the whole repertoire, you know? So when you got good boxing fans like that, they just want to see good boxing matches and everything, and the best man win. Now it comes to sometimes certain matches you don't want to see. Sometimes be like that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna match this guy with that guy. You like, I don't really care for seeing that match. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, some of the matches that you don't care for seeing is because that guy that's fighting one of these guys, you may find a lower grade dude that's far off his radar on skill talent. So that's why people say, yo, I ain't really care for seeing that, want to see this fight. You know what I'm saying? A fight that they maybe have a mediocre fight. When I say mediocre fight, it's a guy that's a champ and he fighting a guy that don't even supposed to give a shot at the belt, you know? And then there's maybe like 3, 4 other dudes needed that can get the shot at the belt and another champion, whatever, maybe calling this person out. And he said, I want to check this guy out right here. And everybody's like, yo, nobody wanted that fight. You know? Sometimes that happens. And then sometimes you get what you looking for. Some fighter maybe call this fighter out, the other fighter like, yo, what's up? Then we like, oh, we got a lovely match, it's on and popping. And that's how it happens. But back to Devin Haney. For years, Devin Haney right now is one of the most talked about boxers right now at this moment. You know? And a lot of people starting to call Devin Haney out. You know? Now, boxing has got something to do with business as well, so people understand that as well. So Haney, right now, he got options. More likely, he ain't gonna sit on the back burner for too long. Haney been out of boxing for like a year. I don't think no time in his career he actually been absent, as far as like 12 months or something like that. Been all like a year. So when Haney come back, for sure, he gonna be ready for whatever opponent he got coming for him. I'm just ready to see more good fights this year, because we've been getting great fights. And more than that, though, I want to cut through all the bull jive, all the speculation talk and everything. This person may fight, that person. No. And stop. And a lot of times these dudes is doing too much. They call dudes out when they knowing the scheduling of fighting is improper. It's like a guy maybe have a fight coming up, and the guy, he got a fight coming up, and he talking about, yeah, we gonna see each other, right? So they both fight their opponent, and then when it's time to see each other, they don't see each other. So this became number speculative political talk, boxing talk. Didn't really get to business. So now I really be wanting to get straight to the chase, get these fights on the road instead of all these he may be, or this person maybe, that person. No. It's just getting goofy with it. Set a fight, this person gonna fight, all right, boom, let's get to that. Sometimes things maybe change, just like a fighter maybe gets sick or something at the time just before the fight, or just like the other guy not too long ago couldn't make it into the USA because he didn't have a passport. So sometimes at the last moment we have to switch in and bring a new guy in. Okay, cool, fine. But all this extra tough talk, all y'all boxers, so all the extra tough talk, I'll do this to you, do that to you, but more than likely you are not going to be able to fight this guy, because the way business arrangements is set up. Some of these guys need to need to stop barking and calling some dudes out when the business arrangements, for almost for a fact, you can't even see this dude for 3 or 4 years from now. Now, okay, it's all right, put it on the table, don't keep on barking on it like, yo, this guy's scared of me, and this and that, and ain't, just keeping drama talk going on. I guess that's kind of good somewhat for entertainment. People want to see and hear, but sometimes you need to get to the actual faction. You know what I'm saying? And so the Devin Haney situation coming up real soon. We want to see who he's gonna fight, because Devin Haney is one of the most talked about fighters at this moment right now. And I'm just ready to see what's gonna pop off, what's gonna happen with the fella. And we got Keyshawn, he got an O. We got Haney with an O. We got Shakur with an O. And all these dudes like all in around the same area. You know what I'm saying? Tank got an O. You know what I'm saying? So when these dudes start fighting each other, someone O must go. Yeah. It's like who ain't scared to, or who ain't who they ain't so much who's scared, who got the brave heart to step up and put their own on the line. You know? That's what us fans be ready to see. And I'm ready to see a Devin Haney fight now. Devin Haney been out the ring for a while. I'm ready to see Devin Haney get it on. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney is mad skilled. I like seeing the brother fight. The boy's dope, you know. And until later, I'll catch y'all later. LeBron, I'm up out of here. Peace.